Hello there, everyone. My name is Wendy, and I'm with Princess Cruises. I am so pleased today to be able to share with you a little bit more about the great land of Alaska with Princess. And so thank you, especially to the Cruise Web for hosting me so that I can share with you a little bit more about this exciting destination. We're going to be getting started here in just a moment, and so I just wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you for investing your time as we explore the exciting and amazing destination of Alaska. So I always say keep calm and call a travel advisor because you know you're in great hands when it is that you're putting your travel plans in the hands of a professional. And that is always what you're going to find when you book through the Cruise Web. So we're really thrilled again that they're going to be hosting us today. And as we explore Alaska, I just want to share with you that I am the business development manager. So I am here solely to support the Cruise Web, and I had the thrill of being able to experience this destination of Alaska on the Majestic Princess back in August. So it is a life-changing destination, and I do hope that you'll find this time with me today very informative. You know, when we think about traveling, it's all about being able to experience a destination together, you know, not only with our loved ones, but about meeting new friends and being able to explore all of the new sights and sounds, the smells, and even the flavors of every different area. So, you know, we really frame a lot of our experiences around these core topics of connecting not only with our loved ones, the destinations, but as well as new people. And we do know that it's always about deriving the most happiness from when you're anticipating that holiday trip. So, you know, we want to encourage you to start planning, get out there, start checking off those bucket list items once again, so that this way you can enjoy travel. And you could work with your knowledgeable travel advisor to help you better understand about the options of what we offer in the destination of Alaska. So before I get started, I always like to address a little bit about what's happening with the health and safety protocols as it pertains to sailing these days. We are sailing fully vaccinated cruises, both for passengers as well as crew. We are now including children ages 5 and older in that opportunity. So of course, now is the time to book with multi-generation travel. It is a wonderful opportunity to really sail in a safe manner. We are still requiring pre-cruise testing within 2 days of embarkation, and you can find out more information about that on our princess.com cruise health FAQs, or you can talk with your knowledgeable travel advisor at the Cruise Web. There are different areas of the ship where we are still requiring masks. We do recommend them in certain areas, but they're not required. And we are now accepting mixed doses of approved vaccines. So if you do have a mixed dose, those are now accepted. So again, lots of information. This is ever evolving. So of course, we want you to be in the know. So you can defer to our website to be able to learn more details. Now to talk a little bit about specifically cruise tours and how that relates to testing, because a lot of you may have been wondering how is that working when you're starting off with the land segment before it is that you join us on the cruise. And so just so you are aware, we are going to be handling the cost of that test when it is that you're starting with the land tour, and we will be facilitating that upon embarkation for our guests. We are offering more flexibility these days because we want you to be able to have that ability to travel worry-free and have that sense of confidence when you're booking. So now if any booking that is made by May 31st and for sailings up to September 30th are going to fall under the umbrella of the Cruise with Confidence policy, which does allow you that should you change your plans 30 days prior to your cruise, that you would be able to receive your cancellation fees and back in the form of a future cruise credit. So again, that's just another wonderful level of protection. So let's just go ahead and talk a little bit about why Princess for the Destination Leader. I mean, really anyone can take you to any one of these different destinations, but it's really how we frame the experience. And for us, the Princess difference is all about the immersive experience that not only are you going to find on ship as well as on shore, but it's really integrating all those experiences together with the local cuisine, with the entertainment on the ship, as well as our experts. And this is really the Princess difference. Also, we are a cruise line for all ages. So if you're thinking about traveling multi-generation or maybe with young travelers, we do have a lot of different exciting programs as part of our Camp Discovery program. And one of my particular favorites is the Junior Ranger program. So definitely talk with your travel advisor more about this, as we do have this option for discovering all different age groups and getting them excited about what they're learning and seeing and experiencing when they're on a Princess cruise. Now let's talk about our featured destination, Alaska. This is such a unique area because, of course, more guests choose Princess for Alaska than any other cruise line. And that has a lot to do with some of our programs, our partnerships, but more importantly, the fact that we've been traveling to this destination for over 50 years. So we really pride ourselves on, how we deliver this. And when people are thinking about specifically this destination, they oftentimes associate three main reasons to visit this area. And it's your glaciers, it's your mountain, as well as your wildlife. So you've got a lot to explore, not only by land, but by foot, as well as by air, as well as by sea. So much to see and do. So let's get started and talking a little bit about how you can visit Alaska with Princess, as there are so many different options. So if you're looking to see some of Alaska, that would be our round trip cruises of the Inside Passage. If you're looking to see more of Alaska, that would be our one-way cruises, our Voyage of the Glaciers. And if you really want to see all of Alaska, that would be with our cruise tours, including the cruise of the Voyage of the Glaciers, plus the train that's exclusive with Princess, as well as our exclusive lodges. It's an amazing experience. So we're going to dive a little deeper into each one of these options so you could better understand what might work for you in the way of your travel time. So we've got the Inside Passage. This is an option where it is your sailing round trip from either Seattle, San Francisco, or Vancouver. You actually have an option of anywhere from 7 to 12 days of a sailing. You do have some glacier viewing experiences. You are stopping at the southeast ports of call, which would be Ketchikan, Juneau, and Skagway. And then you're also cruising that Inside Passage. So this is a great visual to help you to better understand. If you're starting off in Seattle, you're stopping in Victoria, you're following that blue line with the arrows, directions, pointing up to Ketchikan through the Inside Passage, up through with a stop in Endicott Arm, as well as Juneau and Skagway, and then you're sailing back through the Pacific as a return to Seattle. So again, you're seeing Alaska. Now, if you're looking to see more of Alaska, the Voyage of the Glaciers is always a wonderful opportunity because you are actually getting two glacier viewing experiences. You're actually getting the Glacier Bay National Park, which is like going to Paris and not seeing the Eiffel Tower. You, when you're visiting Alaska, must experience the Glacier Bay National Park. It is absolutely magnificent. You also get a second glacier viewing, and that's either of Hubbard Glacier if you're going southbound, or College Fjord if you're going northbound. So you're actually getting to experience a little bit more of the Inside Passage, as well as cruise the Gulf of Alaska, again with your southeast ports of call. So when you're comparing the two voyages, you're going to take a look at now the red line. This is starting off in Vancouver. You're cruising up through the Inside Passage, following that red line with a stop in Ketchikan. Then you're cruising on through to Juneau with a stop there, and then to Skagway with a stop. you're actually taking that red line and you can see where it actually goes in to Glacier Bay National Park. Now, there's only 2 ships that are allowed to go into Glacier Bay National Park every day, and Princess Cruises is always guaranteed to be one of those. Now, again, depending on if you're sailing northbound or southbound, that would have your second glacier viewing before your stop at Whittier. So you can see that you're really exploring a lot more of Alaska, and you've got that Gulf of Alaska experience. So let's talk a little bit about these ports of call. You've got 3 ports of call generally on each of those itineraries. The Juneau port is just a wonderful opportunity. It's a small town. You've got great opportunities for experiencing wildlife as well as some outdoor adventures. You've got the experience of glaciers by foot, flight, and or sea. And personally, when I was there back in August, I absolutely love this small town. I spent my time and being able to explore by water and the wonderful whales of Alaska. And that is actually true pictures that I had taken of the wildlife as I experienced it. When we were out that day, we must have witnessed at least 8 rainbows. It was absolutely fantastic. And then I did have a little bit of extra time to go and explore the small town. And of course, I had to stop at the Red Dog Saloon, as it's a world famous saloon. It takes you back in time, and they've got all of this nostalgia that's posted all over the walls. It's just fun to be able to join in with the locals and even be able to enjoy a local favorite, which is a drink they call the duck fart. The ports of call, Skagway, is our second stop. This is more of a frontier flavor of your different towns and in the shops that you're seeing. It's going to be something like you've taken a step back in time. And how I spend the day here is on the White Pass Yukon Railroad. Now, absolutely adored this experience because, you know, seeing the land by train is just a wonderful way to experience Alaska. And then, of course, hearing the history of how they built this railroad was so incredibly fascinating. So you get the opportunity to sit back and really take in the sights, but you're listening to incredible commentary as they're explaining a little bit about what went into building this railroad. And of course, there's always an opportunity to heat up in your car of the train because they've got heaters in each of the different sections. But you can also take a step out back, take some great photos as you see here. Now, when you go into Glacier Bay National Park, everyone always asks the question of what is the best side of the ship to be on? And I always say it doesn't matter. When you're in a balcony, when we pull into Glacier Bay, we're rotating the ship 360 degrees so that you can experience this UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is absolutely spectacular. And one of my favorites is the fact that we do have these rangers that join us. So they have a ranger station right outside of Icy Strait Point. So where they jump onto the ship, they scale up the side of the ship actually in the early morning and they spend the full day with us there. And you can see one of the rangers pictured here. They're answering different questions about some of the different glaciers that you're experiencing. This is Marjorie Glacier. Pictures just don't do it justice. The different levels of blue that you're experiencing in the glacier. And of course, the knowledge that they have to share is so incredible. And then our last stop is Ketchikan. Now, I do have to say this is probably one of my favorites for a variety of different reasons. I loved experiencing all the different types of salmon. And of course, this is known as the salmon capital of the world. So you get to experience that historic Creek Street, but then you also get to explore the native history. So how I spent the better part of my day is being able to experience the Tongass National Park by foot. And this is really something so unique because of the way that the tropical part of this forest, it really grows these beautiful, lush moss green floors. And it just feels like you've really taken a step back into this beautiful, mysterious wonderland. We also got to experience a black bear on our walk, and that was just one of the coolest things. When she stood up on her back legs was probably one of the most impressive moments. I didn't capture it on film, but That is a true photo. We were up close and personal, and she was absolutely magnificent. Now, we did get to explore a little bit of the Native history, and we got to meet with some locals whom they talked with us a little bit about the totem carving. 3 generations deep, this gentleman was such an incredible storyteller as he told the story about what goes into carving these totems, and of course, of the fact that it's not a religious meaning, but it's more of a cultural meaning, and how they form these totems, and how there's a story behind each individual one. So, and then the highlight of the day is hanging out with the lumberjacks at the lumberjack show. The talent behind these gentlemen as they're showing their talents, as in just such a timely fashion, because it was all competitive nature, and rallying up the crowd, and half of the crowd was for the US and the other half of the crowd was for the Canadians, and it was just so much fun to see their true talents come forward, and just got so excited. The fact that I got to even hold one of their chainsaws was absolutely incredible. The weight of this chainsaw alone was absolutely mind-blowing. So just have to share with you, it's just something that you must see when you're there in Ketchikan. So let's talk a little bit about our 2022 Alaska fleet. We've got 4 ships that are going to be sailing on the voyage of the glaciers. That would be the Sapphires. Oh, I'm sorry, 3 ships: the Sapphire, the Grand Princess, and the Majestic. And then we've got 3 ships that are sailing on the Inside Passage. With our newest offering, the Discovery Princess. She just joined the fleet this year, so you definitely don't want to miss out on that opportunity. So lots of opportunity to still take advantage for Alaska 2022. And our North to Alaska program is what really frames this unique experience and brings it to life, because we bring so many of the storytellers on board, as well as the local flavors with the salmon and the crab, and you get to just really get to mingle with so many unique opportunities, to even be able to snuggle with the favorite puppy from the Puppies in the Piazza. These are future sled dogs that we actually bring onto the ship. We've got a trainer that comes along. They answer questions specifically about how the training goes for these young pups, and it's just a fun experience for every age. So now that we've talked about the first 2 different types of cruise, let's talk a little bit about Princess Cruise Tours. Again, this is that unique offering where you're going to see more of Alaska, where you've got the cruise of the Voyage of the Glaciers. That's the 7 days, the 3 ports of call, plus Glacier Bay National Park, plus our exclusive 500-mile trek into the heart of Alaska with our Rail to the Wilderness experience. And then we've got our lodge experience. That is our private lodges where you're actually going and experiencing Denali National Park. So just to talk a little bit about our exclusive Direct to the Wilderness, you can see that there at the ship in the center of picture of how we pull up right to the bridge, we cross over, you go right onto the rail, and you're arriving in Denali on the same day. Now, the journey on this train is so unique because, of course, it's open air, it's glass domed. Again, you're seeing it from a different perspective, the absolute beautiful wilderness. And then you're listening to the commentary. There's different speakers on board that are answering questions. There's refreshments, there's beverages that you could take advantage of. So it's just another wonderful level of experience that Princess offers. We do have 5 Princess Wilderness Lodges. Our 2 largest are the Denali Princess Wilderness Lodge and the Mount McKinley Princess Wilderness Lodge. Our 2 smaller properties are the Copper River and Kenai, and then we do also have a property located in Fairbanks as well. Now, I do want to share with you that with Signature, you have the exclusive benefit when you book with the CruiseWeb for this opportunity of the 11-night Denali Explorer. And that includes a lot of great Signature benefits. Your travel advisor can go through with you a little bit more about that. Not only does it give you onboard spending money, but also it does include breakfasts for two, as well as the Tundra Wilderness Tour upgrade, as well as a dinner theater experience. Here's another example of, again, one that you could use. Again, northbound or southbound, there really is great value to be had. Lots of different dates that are still available for 2022. So talk with your signature travel advisor today, again, with the CruiseWeb. They're going to be able to, lead you into the right direction of which of these options make the most sense. So to give you a little bit of a visual of where of our lodge locations are situated, they are in the heart of Alaska, nearby all of the main parks, as well as experiences that you want to have when you're in Alaska, whether that's the Kenai Fjords National Park or the Wrangell St. Elias National Park, which happens to be the largest national park in all of North America. And then you can see that both of our largest lodges, both Denali Princess Wilderness Lodge as well as the Mount McKinley, are situated in close proximity right to Denali National Park. If you're looking to experience it all, that we do even offer a 17-night Ultimate Princess Alaska Cruise Tour. So this is 10 nights on land. You're getting 2 nights at each of our 5 lodges, and then you're doing the 7 days at sea of the Voyage of the Glaciers. So this is really a see and do it all. Plus it's fully escorted, and it includes so many great experiences that you see here. The main reason why most people are choosing a cruise tour is because they really want to have a little bit more of a touch point with some of the wilderness and the wildlife. So, you get to see such incredible views, but to be able to experience this wildlife, that is only something that you can experience once it is that you're a little bit more further into the land segment of the national parks, and you get to experience, again, this great wildlife. So these are the top 5 that you want to be able to see, whether it's the wolves or the Dall sheep or the moose or the bear. There's just a lot of fun to be had. So whether you're looking to experience Alaska, whether it's by water, by foot, and or by air, there's just so much to do for every age group. It is just an exciting destination for me to share with you today. A lot of times I get questions about when is the best time to go. Our sailing season is from May to September. And if you're looking for more of a value season, that would be our May and our September months. But keep in mind, September is even an opportunity where you can experience our northern lights. So of course it's not a guarantee, but it is likely to sometimes see that. If you're looking for more of our popular times to go, that would be your June, July, and your August. And of course, this is more geared for your extra daylight and family-friendly window of time for you to travel, as well as to experience that ultimate viewing of wildlife. So I want to introduce to you a little bit more specifically about what we call our medallion class. So this is a new program. We've really have relaunched this and delivered more personalized services. The medallion is a quarter shape coin that you actually will get. It's free. It's complimentary lanyard, comes to you when you become ocean ready. It's in a device that actually syncs with your tablet and or phone, and it allows you to really board the ship faster. You get keyless stateroom entry. It's touchless payments on the ship. It helps you to navigate the ship, figure out exactly where you're going or where you want to go. If you're looking to play in the casino, but you don't want to be in the casino, you can use your device and play right from your device while you're sitting poolside. So it's a fantastic tool for you to be able to personalize your vacation with where and how you want to play and or dine. It really is going to deliver whatever you need at your beck and call. So as you see pictured there, that's one of my favorites is, watching movies under the stars, and maybe you're feeling a little thirsty or hungry. You can order on your device anything that you're looking for, whether it's a drink or maybe you've forgotten the sunscreen. You can order it from our shipside stores and they'll be able to deliver you at hand that item. So it's just fantastic way for you to be, again, able to be an effortless, easing your way into really, truly having that destination experience and relaxing at sea. So I do want to let you know an exciting announcement. We've now extended this to some of our different ports of call. So you can actually, when you're shopping, use your medallion to pay for that item when you're at your port of call in the retail locations, and you'll get 7% back as an onboard credit. So that actually will show on your account, and it's just, again, another value add to this incredible experience. So you can see pictured here, our goal is to really personalize your experience and make your vacation seamless. We have now just continued to extend our Princess Plus value. This is our best value ever. You get 3 incredible perks from our premier beverage package, which does include the bar service charges. That would be both alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages, as well as the unlimited Wi-Fi, as well as our daily crew appreciation, all at the value of $40 a day. This truly is the best way to travel. And if you're concerned about how you're going to pay for the vacation, we even do offer what's called an easy pay benefit. So where you can talk with your travel advisor about spreading out your payments over time and the flexibility to be able to, make that auto charge so that this way it is making it a little bit more feasible for you to travel. We've got some great promotions that are going on right now with the Voyage of the Glaciers cruise, as well as the cruise tour. It's an air credit. It was just extended now through to the end of the month. That's April 30th. It's a $300 airfare credit when it is that you're booked on a balcony or above for your stateroom. This is also combinable with our summer on sale promotion. It's a 40% off savings. And, I have to tell you, now is the time to book Alaska. This is a destination that's in demand. I'm truly surprised that there still is space available. In addition, there's even always a great military benefit that we always offer available on any cruise at any given time. It's a $250 onboard credit that's available for both active, retired, and disabled veterans. So the biggest question is, where are you going next? The key is that there's so many destinations around the globe, but the way that Princess delivers that destination is truly remarkable, immersing you in the culture and the experiences and the flavors, as well as the experts in that area before you even make it to the ship, to the shore. We really want to make sure that you're going to be able to have a seamless vacation. So talk with your travel advisor at the Cruise Web. They're very knowledgeable. I know that you have a lot of questions that they're coming in, and so I'm going to take a minute to take a look at some of these questions. And I'm seeing that I do have a great question. What should I pack for Alaska when traveling in that season of May through September? And I always say this is a great question. Layers, because obviously the season and the temperatures do change from morning to night. So, you want to make sure that you're putting on additional layers in the morning, but be prepared to shed those layers by midday. I always say pack a light backpack as well, so that this way you have something to store all of your items throughout the day, because you'll be adding those back on in the early evening as it starts to get cool again. So that's a great question. What is the best way for you to experience all of Alaska was another question. And I always suggest the cruise tour, because you're going to be able to have the experience of seeing Alaska from multiple views, not only by ship, but also by rail, as well as by land. So this is my ideal answer for that question, is an Alaska cruise tour with Princess. It's a no-brainer. And when is the great time to travel Alaska? I always say right now, since we do have space for 2022, I encourage you to book with your travel advisors There's lots of great value right now going on through the month of April. Talk with them about the specific details. I know you've got a lot of other questions, and unfortunately we're out of time, but I want to say a special thank you from me here at Princess Cruises, and for joining us for this special Great Land of Alaska with Princess. I hope that you found it to be incredibly helpful. You have a wonderful day.